टारगेट एलेक्सा कैरोसेल, फाइंड द केस फाइल, ठीक है जल्दी लोड हो।
Thornbridge Manor, the Carlyle family's home for countless generations.
Oh,
The Revenant Alexa Carlyle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlyle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle.
Please wait. Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47. A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlyle has arrived at Thornbridge Manor. If you take his place, it may be an opportunity to get close to Madame Carlyle.
मेरे को इसको मार के कपड़े लेने हैं इसके, ठीक है कहाँ से जा सकता हूँ मैं, कहाँ से निकलता, अरे भाई 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 फॉलो द प्राइवेट इंटेलिजेंस, इसको पहले फॉलो करना है, ठीक है follow करना है।
Mr. Whitmer, thank God you're here. Can I take you to Madame Carlyle?
Very good.
If you follow
ठीक
me.
है कहाँ जाएगा ये?
I know I oughtn't say anything, but I'm so relieved you're here. Everything's just so strange. Preparing for Madame's funeral, and then she turns up alive. But then the awful business with her brother Zachary, and all this security. I've never seen a place guarded like this, and I dare say I don't like it at all.
कि इतनी घबराई हुई क्यों है ये मेड? बच गया।
This is what I mean. You have to be patted down before you see Madame Carlyle inside. Why?
बच गया।
That's a bit excessive, I think, considering the fact that I spotted no less than 2 routes to get inside the house unseen.
We know what we're doing, sir. Don't worry about that.
मेरे को बाहर जाके मारना है इसको। क्या करूँ? अरे हाँ चल यार ठीक है। ये मेरी बात सुनते पहले कुछ करेगा तो। क्या सोच रहा है ये? अरे वाह ये प्यार सही है। Disguise yourself as a private investigator, ठीक है पेलना है मेरे को। No, no, no. कपड़े जल्दी जल्दी बॉडी का छुआ सकता हूँ, इसमें छुआ सकता हूँ, ठीक है मैं बॉडी उठाना था।
Mr. Whitmer, thank you for coming on such short notice.
टारगेट है
A great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good.
I'm the
Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madam Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way possible.
कोई खूनी है क्या?
Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've traveled from London. Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
बेटा तू ही खूनी है भाई.
I prefer to get started.
As you wish. If you'll follow me, sir.
Hello, sir.
और भाई सिक्योरिटी गार्ड काम कर ले ठीक से अपना. देख मत.
I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madam Carlyle are of a delicate nature.
Oh,
You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is
ये
scheduled
जब
to take
जवान
place
निकाला
tomorrow.
ख्याल से.
Madam's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with
Looking
them
good,
if they
looking
seem
good.
affected by the rather
अरे भाई
unusual
ये
situation.
मैंने कपड़े खरीदे हैं भाई.
I trust
Hey, what the hell? You want a piece of me?
that there will be consequences.
अभी तू कह रहा है looking good, अब दिखा रहा हूँ तेरे को सही से.
Still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this.
काला is dead.
The case concerns the death of Mr.
तो हो ही
Zachary,
जाएगी, dead तो हो ही जाएगी.
Madam
हो जाएगी.
Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside,
Yeah, yeah.
and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madam Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room,
सही वाला room.
to my right.
A locked room murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this.
कुछ है? Investigate Zachary's bed.
Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
कैमरा, ओके, कैमरा यूज करते हैं.
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
जहर से मारा गया. ठीक है. और कुछ स्कैन करना है? नहीं, मेरे ख्याल से नहीं. नाइफ ले लेते हैं. छुपा लेते हैं. लैपटॉप. इन्वेस्टिगेशन करेंगे. भाई ये क्या टाइप कर रहा था?
Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal.
सही बात है, सही बात है. कोई भी सुसाइड करेगा तो शॉप भी करेगा. किसने मारा इसको? कैमरा से स्कैन करने की चीज़ें. लैपटॉप को स्कैन कर सकता हूँ. वही क्या है?
Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity.
ये वाली सही है. इसके पर कहीं और पे कहाँ राइटिंग है? कहीं और पे कुछ लिखा हुआ नोट है. कुछ नहीं लगाए थे. अरे विस्की स्कैन क्या है विस्की में? बेडरूम्स 4 of 6 clues found. ठीक है. यहाँ पे 6 clues हैं. ठीक है. Body found in victim bed. Marks on the neck suggested he was killed by a rare short-lived plant poison. जहर से मारा गया. Whiskey glass found on Zachary glass beside the table. इससे क्या पता चला आपको? अच्छा तो wrong है. ठीक है, तो इससे क्या पता चलेगा?
door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside. A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
Hello, sir.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I've prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
This is very useful information, 47. So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
You're American. What on earth are you doing in this shithole? A girl like you belongs to clubs in London. I bet you're a great dancer.
I don't like dancing.
What about restaurants? You like food? I know some. Great places. You should come visit. I'll take you somewhere really nice. Spend a few bucks. A girl like you deserves that.
I don't know.
Hey, back off a bit, would ya?
I don't know.
Patrick
Making you
Carlyle,
wash his car twice?
can you tell me where you
Patrick's
were
parents
yesterday
did not do
evening?
a very good job.
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. So, is that it?
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexia used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. If that's all, I think I'll get back.
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary topped himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it. Just remembered, I went for a stroll behind the greenhouse last night. Maybe that's where it is.
What is?
My lost button. The one you couldn't find at the graveyard. Wouldn't it be a good idea for you to go and look for it? Now?
A good idea. Yes.
Patrick talking to Madame Carlyle's daughter.
Rebecca? Yes. She's insistent, that one. She kept asking all kinds of questions.
Who had the other one? Why I gave it to her, that sort of thing. You did make sure she didn't see you give the other one to the butler?
Of course.
Rebecca Carlyle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer? I do have a lot to see to.
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective.
Yeah.
Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Is that all? Not very thorough, are you?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? Only company he had was his rare plants and Mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger bore. He's better off dead. Anything else you want to pry from?
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing, really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
कोई नहीं, तुम्हारी मदर वैसे ही मर जाएगी अभी. वो ये झूठ बोलने की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ेगी. वो सच हो जाएगा अभी. वो टारगेट है मेरे को. इससे बात करनी है.
Emma Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Anything else you want to know?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Is that all?
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
ये तो नहीं लग रहा। पहले एडवर्ड कहा था ना, एडवर्ड से हो गई हमारी बात, इससे बात हो गई। अरे पैट्रिक से बात हो गई। पैट्रिक हो सकता है वैसे, किसने कहा था? इसने कहा था मेरे ख्याल से। हाँ पैट्रिक, रिबेका सेज पैट्रिक डिसअपीयर्ड आफ्टर। और तो रोजी जो भी नाम है उसका, उसके साथ गया था। He was with staff member called Rosie at the time of Zachary's death. हाँ वही कह रहा हूँ, रोजी के साथ था। इससे बात होगी अभी, यही रह गया मेरे ख्याल से एडवर्ड। अब ये कहाँ मिलेगा? तुम में से कोई एडवर्ड है? क्या हो जाता तुम? नहीं भाई, एडवर्ड है? क्या पता है? What is this? Okay, तो पानी का वो।
I could listen all day. He poured.
Wow.
Hello.
देख भाई मेरे को बात करनी है तेरे से। क्या बजा रहा है भाई? आवाज नहीं आ रही।
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'd never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. If that's all,
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff, all the company he had. Anything else I can do?
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy? And Mother will surely have strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me.
सांस नहीं ले पा रहा? क्यों? क्यों नहीं मार रहा है? तेरी वजह से हुआ सब कुछ, इसलिए।
Yes, hi Cassie.
हाँ, के alibi confirm तो ये दोनों नहीं है मेरे ख्याल से, ठीक है। अब इनका क्या करना है?
It's me again, Edward. I know I'm not supposed to leave you messages, and this is the last time, I promise. It's
कैमरा निकाल दे, कैमरा से सर्च करो क्या?
just, I don't know how to handle this whole situation. I don't think I can really. I can't feel my legs, and my eyes are not working properly. This flicker thing again. You can't tell anyone, but the thing is, I've been asked to perform the eulogy at the funeral event tomorrow. I know it all sounds so unbelievable. But even though Mother is still alive, we still have to go through with the funeral. I have to write the eulogy. I don't think I can. will definitely want to read it, no matter what. The point is,
I shouldn't gossip, but that Emma woman is a tad too busy for my taste.
Tell me.
She scolded Mary for not making the bed the way she prefers it. It's so unfair.
But he was such a gentleman. Gave me his coat and all.
I mean, like,
Rosie,
real
you need to
help?
forget about Patrick. No good's gonna come of it. Stick to your own kind.
You mean like Chris? He treated me like shit. All he wanted to do was play his stupid video games, never any romance. I deserve romance.
सही बात है,
Elaine said she saw her on the top floor.
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I?
I kid you not.
I spent the evening with Patrick. We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. He said he needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe. Like a real princess.
But now he just ignores her.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
No, we saw no one outside. Except Patrick's mother, Emma. We were sitting on the bench behind the greenhouse talking when she came out and we had to hide. You won't tell her about me and Patrick, will you? She'd insist Madame Carlyle fire me. I'm sure of it.
Too right she will. She's always going on about how things will change once she's in charge of Thornbridge Manor.
So 41 guests will attend the funeral tomorrow. There's still a lot to see to, but we're in good time, I think.
I'm getting a headache from all the decisions. I mean, pram or stroller, comforter or not. Should I ask her to marry me? What if she says no?
देखना पड़ेगा. अच्छा ये नहीं है, ठीक है. पैट्रिक भी नहीं है. अब बचा बटलर और रिबेका. मेरे को बटलर लग रहा है. बटलर ठीक है, इसका तो कुछ ही नहीं ज़्यादा. इसका देखिए रिबेका का. Suspect in the murder case. She claims to have gone to bed with awful migraine when Edward and George had to drink around 8 p.m. सोने चली गई थी और इसने क्या कहा था? Rebecca said Patrick disappeared after last night. Rebecca acted strange, but Emma acted strange. ठीक है. Claims to be having conference call from her laptop in her bedroom. तो मेरे ख्याल से bedroom में जाके
Funeral thing tomorrow. Last thing I need.
Amy is a great lass. You love her, she loves you. And now a wee one on the way. I'd say you're one lucky bastard.
Mary is so upset, as she's never seen a dead body before.
Life can be tough sometimes.
And that detective asked to come here. Madame Carlyle must believe Zachary was murdered.
Why else ask him to snoop around? Oh, I feel weak in my knees from all the tension here.
We'll all need a vacation when this is over.
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
Did all the groceries arrive? I heard some of the delivery people were unhappy with the security at the gate.
Fernsby office कैसे जाऊँ उसका? लॉक नहीं कर सकता मैं. Fernsby office में जाना है.
Yeah, keep it real.
That is the door to Rebecca's room.
Assassin's Creed से हो गई मैं जा सकता हूँ रियलाइज कर और चढ़ जा X to C ठीक है वो लैपटॉप इन्वेस्टिगेट
I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
It means यहाँ पे एक और क्लू है रिबेका के रूम में ठीक है ओके सस्पेक्ट्स रिबेका क्लियर हो चुकी है ठीक है एक और सारे ढूंढ लिए मैंने एक और क्लू है इसके रूम में सूटकेस खुला पड़ा है उससे बड़ा है कुछ है क्लू कहाँ है इसका सेम बॉटल है क्या है
Well?
Well?
Well? You better well have a damn good reason for not being here in person. Christ! You really don't have a clue, do you? I'm talking about that weasel, Arthur Edwards. Can we get back what he stole from me?
So far, it looks like we can't. All the transfers of funds and privileges I've been through have been bulletproof. He intercepted the arrangements our office worked years to put in place.
That's why Don Yates should be here. He made the arrangements. He should bloody well be the one to clean up this whole mess.
I don't know what to say. I'm sorry.
Don't kill the messenger, Alexa. Please, continue your efforts, Mr. Ford.
कुछ ऊपर है रिबेका के रूम में कोई दूसरा क्लू कहाँ है इसके में स्कैन करना है does not match with Zachary's suicide note. ठीक है तो रिबेका भी नहीं है. अब बचा कौन? बटलर. स्टोरेज रूम से एक्सेसिबल है. In the staff quarters in the ground floor of the mansion. ठीक है देखते हैं. Suspects. Emma. Middle floor of the mansion toward this. ठीक है. यहीं कहीं होगा.
How are you, sir?
Did the portrait photographer check out? You verified his identity?
I did, sir. It all checked out.
Can't you tell me about
I actually...
So
Yeah,
yeah, same.
This is Emma and Gregory's room.
Who am I kidding? He's probably not looking for anything serious.
Now this is interesting, 47. A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him. The plot thickens.
भैया एमा 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 लग रही है. इसने देखा है उसकी माँ को मारते हुए.
A keychain pendant for the greenhouse. What's that doing in Emma and Gregory's room, I wonder? And why is the key missing?
सही बात है, सही बात है. वो यहाँ के 4 किलोमीटर ठीक है. करने के लिए बाटअप रूम कुछ है नहीं है यहाँ पे ऐसा. अरे शूज क्या मिला इससे? शूज एंड फुटप्रिंट फॉर्म्स इन रिबेका's room. ठीक है. एक और नहीं, एमा या बटलर। एमा के रूम में जाके चेक कर, बटलर के रूम में जाके चेक करना पड़ेगा उसका भी। कुछ तो सस्पिशियस मिल जा। क्या करूं, चुप इसका। स्कैन इसको। नहीं नहीं, खाने को स्कैन। क्या रह गया यहाँ पे? क्या रह गया यहाँ पे छुपा हुआ? क्या सर्च करूँगा मैं? कुछ और भी क्या हो रही है? डंप कुछ है ही नहीं यार यहाँ पे तो। और क्या स्कैन करूँ? कारपेट में कुछ है क्या? नहीं। अरे क्या स्कैन करूँ भाई? स्कैन कुछ तो कर ले भाई।
Right, yeah.
क्या है यहाँ पे ऐसा जो छूट रहा है मेरे से? Rebecca's room, 4 of 6, 3 of 4 धूप को क्या स्कैन कुछ करना भाई। चलो पहले
Incredibly, Dave.
I should
Maybe we should get
let
back
you
to...
get back to-
Yeah.
Yeah.
क्या कर दे जब जाता हूँ मैं भी शुक्रिया पे
How tall are you? You can be a model.
Right.
I'm serious. I have a friend who's a model. She says that's the sweet, sweet life. Let's pick this up later.
How's everything coming along, Elaine?
Very well, Mr. Fernsby.
Make sure you focus on your work.
I will.
I don't need one more day to cry.
यही कहीं पे इसका
What Emma did when she arrived.
What is it?
She turned up and demanded to be put up in Madame Carlyle's bedroom.
We're the new heads of the family after all. It is only fitting, she said.
Well, Gregory stopped her, which was a surprise. He normally accepts.
map storage room
His wife's outrageous behaviour without batting an eye. Staying in his mother's bed so soon is just a bit steep.
And her son Patrick is just as bad. Look at Rosie. No respect.
Paris Friendsbury का ऑफिस आ गया बटलर ऑफिस अबे इसका ऑफिस कहाँ गया इसमें पीछे है
but she just makes me so angry.
Mr. Fernsby?
Mr. Whitmer, you have enough evidence to present your case for Madame Carlyle?
No, not yet.
Come and see me when you do.
Remember how it was with the first one. The ones that come after certainly are a lot less of a worry.
I shouldn't gossip, but that Emma woman is a tad too busy for my taste.
Tell me, Elaine, she's on the top floor, drove into the door of Alexa's office. I kid you not.
She can't wait to get her hands on Thornbridge Manor.
On top of everything, Rosie thinks she's in love with young Patrick. And that's a breaking heart happening if I ever saw one. Alexa back from the dead, a make-believe funeral, a murder mystery, all too much.
इसके रूम में कैसे जाऊँ मैं? ये वाला रूम में जाना है। Staff quarters.
Look, 41 guests will attend the funeral tomorrow. There's still a lot to see to, but we're in good time, I think.
I'm getting a headache from all the decisions. I mean, pram or stroller, comforter or not. Should I ask her to marry me? What do you know? Most thing I need to.
Amy is a great lass. You love her, she loves you, and now a wee one on the way. I'd say you're one lucky person.
In a good way, I mean.
I do like reading.
Really? I like reading too. I read all the time. Literature.
I stop thinking about Emma all the time, but she just makes me so angry.
What is it?
She turned up and demanded to be put up in Madame Carlyle's bedroom. We're the new heads of the family after all. It is only fitting, she said. Well, Gregory was stopped.
crowbar missing है कुछ भी है को crowbar ढूंढना पड़ेगा बॉडी शायद
Security detail at a staged funeral event tomorrow. That'll be a first. I hope I can keep it straight.
किसी से किए Undertaker here, sir.
It's not funny at all. Something bad must have happened for Madame Carlyle to pull a stunt like this. She's a great woman.
Tough, strong, intelligent. Someone you can really admire.
Sure, but you must admit it will be awkward. Her family has to pretend she's really dead. And all the attendees will think she is.
And from the looks of it, I doubt that the undertaker. You didn't know it was all fake. Now it doesn't know.
Bad news, I'm afraid. We don't have any extra fuses. Ethel looked everywhere.
You've got to be kidding me. No power, no portrait.
Oh, Madame Carlyle will be furious. She expects the family photo to be done any moment now.
I need this shoot to happen, okay? And I need it to be perfect.
So, Madame Carlyle wants a picture taken. If you were to assist with the missing fuse, I'm sure the portrait would be one for the ages.
Can't we just take a fuse from a... Another fuse box?
I guess. We could do that.
Good. I'll finish setting up, and then we'll grab the fuse just before you call out the bell.
Madame Carlyle wants to inspect the arrangements for the staged funeral tomorrow. What's the delay?
It's the birds. They're making a racket, droppings everywhere. The undertaker wants them gone before he'll see Madame Carlyle. He's in a right state. So unless you want to take on the birds, I suggest you stay clear of him.
Oh, no, my aim's horrible. Safer for everyone if I just wait here till he says he's ready for Madam.
Madame Carlyle is still going ahead with her staged funeral tomorrow, and she wants to inspect the arrangements. How about it, 47? You feel up to giving her the grand tour of her final resting place?
So final resting place में get rid of the worst nest in ज़्यादा नाटक कर रही है. I drop one.
Damn birds. If I could just get clear hits on those nests.
Ah, this day keeps getting better and better.
Hey? I need a cup of tea, like, right now. I need to work on my aim. I'll never get rid of those stupid birds.
Finally, the birds are gone.
Just run through everything before calling Madame Carlyle down. Abusing my reputation for this outrageous spectacle. The staggering disrespect.
What?
You're terrible. You know that?
Hey, stop it! Stop the senseless violence that's tearing our community apart!
दोबारा लोड करना पड़ेगा कहीं ना कहीं से.
Oh God! Help! Please help me! Hey, I need some help here. Everybody needs to be aware of this.
लोड ही करना पड़ेगा लास्ट सेव. बहुत पुराना यार ये तो. बैटरी है बस बहुत पुरानी है. एक सेकंड क्रोबार पता कहाँ है.
Security detail at a staged funeral event tomorrow.
That'll be a first for me.
I hope I can. It's not funny at all. Something bad must have happened to Madame Carlyle. She's a great woman. Tough, strong, intelligent. She really admire.
Madame Carlyle wants to inspect the arrangements for the staged funeral tomorrow. What's the delay?
It's the birds. They're making a racket, droppings everywhere. The undertaker wants them gone before he'll see Madame Carlyle. He's in a right state. So, unless you want to take on the birds, I suggest you stay clear of him.
Oh, no, my aim's horrible.
Sir.
Zachary's diary. This is big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident. And 47, the handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it himself.
Painkillers. Lethal if you use enough of them.
But not the poison used to kill Zachary. Of course, Madame Carlyle doesn't know that. Are you considering to frame the butler, 47? Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlyle he did. Maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings. Unless, of course, you want to do some more detecting, 47?
Did all the groceries arrive? I heard some of the delivery people were unhappy with the security at the gate.
Please stay back.
I received the vault token for the Milton Fitzpatrick London Bank. Did I understand correctly?
I'm ready to present my conclusion.
Very well. Let's talk in my office.
I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madame Carlyle.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
Looking good today, sir.
This is Madame Carlyle's office. Please
Your
step-
detective skills have gained you access to the Lion's Den, 47. Now, go claim your reward.
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat. Please, go ahead.
The butler, Mr. Fernsby, killed Zachary.
Fernsby? Oh, you've got that wrong. He would never do such a thing. He is the most loyal man I have ever met.
I found pills in his office that matches the poison that killed your brother. Furthermore, I found Zachary's notebook, half burned, in Mr. Fernsby's fireplace. It showed that Zachary intended to publish a written confession to a murder the two of you committed nearly 50 years ago. The murder of your older brother, Montgomery.
That's outrageous. We did no such thing.
No need to feign innocence. I know a killer when I see one, and my discretion is assured. The papers also described how Mr. Fernsby helped you stage the murder of Montgomery as an accident. I believe he killed Zachary not to be exposed as an accomplice to murder.
Sweet Fernsby. You are wrong, Mr. Whitmer. He did not do it to protect himself. He did it to protect the Carlyle legacy. Mr. Fernsby, like myself, understands that sacrifices must be made to secure stability and prosperity. Mr. Whitmer, I'd appreciate it if your findings never leave this room. I understand Fernsby's actions, and there is no need for them to have more consequences than they already have. Fernsby was very fond of Zachary, and I'm sure his decision will haunt him to the day he dies. About your reward, have you considered an amount?
I want the file you have on Arthur Edwards.
Arthur Edwards, the Constant. But that must mean you're... I expected you'd show up. But you're not here to kill me. If you were, you would have already. The enemy of my enemy, I suppose. You can have it. You earned it.
Greetings, sir.
The file you want is in the safe. Good hunting. I need some privacy. Thank you.
Good work, 47. That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured. Time to take care of Madame Carlyle.
Huh?
Mission complete. Well done, 47.
Started within the last week. Careful. Part of the job. No need to panic.
Oh, by the way, I told Kate about those texts.
What did she say?
Well, I thought she'd be mad at me, but she thanked me. Said she understood the position I was in. We had a really good talk about it, actually.
Oh, what did I tell you? She's a sensible woman. And that stuff from your ex was like manipulation.
I know. I guess I thought she was going to read into them and freak out. Say I must have done things to provoke her. Sure.
That's fine. That's like you.
47. They're everywhere. Go, get out! It's the Constantine. Shit!
मिशन कंप्लीट. ठीक है. गेम क्रैश हो गई. क्या बात है.